Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. A very good morning to all of you. Hope you would have went through the topics on the last class, which is the image formation by concave and convex lens. Hope you are very thorough with the ray diagrams and also the uses of convex and concave lenses. Now today we are going to continue with the Cartesian sign conventions of convex and concave lens. Cartesian sign convention. Again, this is a very important topic. Now, this topic will help you to solve the problems, and with this topic you will be able to know about the position of the image and the object from the optic center, height of the object and height of the image, how do you measure, and how these values are going to be substituted in the formula. Now when you substitute these values in the formulas, you should know whether the value is positive and negative, whether the height of the image is positive or negative. All these values should take the signs. So to know how to give the signs for these distances, you should know definitely about this Cartesian sign convention. So this sign convention will help you to substitute the values properly and also arrive at the proper answer. Okay, so let us move on to this without wasting much of your time. Now let us take this diagram. Now this is the diagram for concave and convex lens. Now here by mistake it is given as mirror, and here it is concave mirror they have given. It is not concave mirror, it is convex lens. And here it is concave mirror, which is concave lens. So you have to make a change first, right? Now let us go to this diagram. Now this is a convex lens. Okay ma? Now this is the optical center of the convex lens. O represents optical center, whether it is convex lens or concave lens. O represents optical center. And here you have focus F1, and this is the center of curvature. It is 2F1, or also it is C1. C1 represents center of curvature. As far as lenses are concerned, as I already told you, lenses have two focuses, two foci. Focus is singular. When you say in plural, you have to say it as foci. So it has got two foci and two center of curvatures, 2F1 and 2F2. Either you can say it as 2F1, 2F2, or it is C1 and C2. If you say C1, C2 also correct. Now this is the same with respect to concave lenses also, right? Now hope you are very familiar with graphical representations. Now you would have done in your max how to draw a graph, how to plot points in a graph. Now this is the origin of the graph. Now what is this axis? This is positive x-axis. Now this is positive y-axis. Now when come to the left side, you will take it as minus x, and down you measure as minus y. Now you know how to plot point here. Suppose if I wanted to plot 2 comma 2. Now 2 comma 2, how do you, where you plot? You plot here. X is 2 and y is also 2. You will have a point here where you measure 2 comma 2. In that case, whatever you measure along the positive, along this side you take it as positive. Along this side you will, whatever you are measuring, it is taken as y, positive y axis. Now whatever you measure along the negative values, here it is 0 to x is minus values you measure, negative x-axis, and here also you will say it as negative y-axis, because whatever values you measure, it is taken as negative. Okay, you have to remember this to learn this. Okay, so similarly, as far as lenses are concerned, like this O, you imagine a lens to be here. Okay, you imagine a convex lens to be here. Now so graph means how do you measure? Now this is the origin, and you have like this. So here imagine the plus to be here. This is the vertical line, and this is the horizontal line. So with O as the center. So how are you going to measure this value now, right? Now where do you keep a source always? A source is always kept to the left side of the lens. And from this you consider a ray of light. Now direction of ray of light is from left to right. Okay. Look at this cursor moving left to right. It is considered to be the direction of the ray because a ray comes from the source. Okay. So this is the direction of ray. Okay ma. So let us move on to the rules first. The first rule is object. We talk about the object. Object is always placed. It is always placed to the left side of the lens. So where does the object will be? Now I am going to use U and V. So what is this U? U is object distance. Object distance in the sense it is the distance of the object from the optical center. Similarly, V is image distance. Image distance is distance of the image from the optical center. So what is U? What is V? U is object distance, V is image distance. And what is F? F represents the focal length. Okay, hope you are very familiar with this focal length, and F represents focus. Capital F represents focus. Now here, as far as your diagram is concerned, this is focus, and the distance between optical center and focus will give the focal length. Capital F represents focus. Okay. So how do you measure the object distance? Since the object is always placed on the left side of the lens, object is always on the left side. So whether the object distance value, whether it will be positive or negative. How do you measure the, suppose if the object is at a distance of, let me draw a line here. Let the object be at a distance of 5 centimeter. In the sense, what is the object distance now? You will write the value of U to be plus 5 or minus 5. You have to put a sign when you write the value of object distance. Whether you will write it as plus 5 or minus 5, children, you will write it as minus 5 because you measure it from the optical center and you measure the value along the negative x. Where is the object? It is along the negative x-axis, right? So whatever value you measure from here to here is measured as negative. Okay ma, so object distance will always be negative. Why it is always negative? Because object you keep everything wherever it is. Whatever lens may be, whether it is convex lens or concave lens, object is always to the left side. Hence the object distance will be always negative. I will write here. Object distance will be always negative in the sense you will measure the value. Suppose if it is 5 centimeter, you will always write U as minus 5. Now it is applicable for both convex and concave lens. Okay, object will be always along the left side, so it is measured always negative. Okay, now look at the second rule. All the distances are measured from optical center of the lens. So whatever distance you measure, from where you should start measuring? You should start measuring from the optical center. Where is the optical center? Here is the optical center. So you always measure the values starting from the optical center. So when you start measuring the distance of the object, you will measure from here to here. So that's why I said you have to take the value of negative. It is towards the next negative x-axis from here to here. From the optical center to the distance of the object, it is measured negative. So here see, you see negative distance. And here also you have negative distance. So all the values you will start measuring from optical center. Okay ma? Next, the distance measured in the same direction. Distance measured in the same direction as that of the incident light are taken as positive. So whatever distance you measure after this optical center. Suppose this is the direction of incident light. So this is the direction of incident ray. Whatever values you measure along the direction of incident ray, it is taken as positive. Now as far as convex lens is concerned, real and inverted images are formed. Now real and inverted images are formed to the right side of the lens. You take the ray diagram and verify. As far as convex lens are concerned, all the images are to the right side. All the real and inverted images are to the right side of the lens. So whatever you measure to the right side, it is taken as positive, because the right side is the direction of incident ray. Incident ray goes from left to right. So whatever values you measure towards right are taken as positive. So convex lens, you have five real and inverted images are formed. So all the 5 values are measured as V. Okay, so all the V image distance, as far as convex lens is concerned, the first 5 values is taken as positive. The last value is virtual and erect image, that is on the same side of the lens, that alone will be taken as negative. That is according to this rule. See here, the distances measured against the direction of incident light are taken as negative. That is why you measure U also to be negative. U is in the direction opposite to the direction of incident light. அதே மாதிரி whenever you have virtual and erect image to be formed, that will be also on the same side of the lens where you measure from 0 to somewhere here, you will have the image to be formed. Virtual images. Convex lens, last condition. You have a virtual and erect image to be formed, which is on the left side of the lens. That value also to be measured negative. Okay, so the distances measured against the direction of incident light are taken as negative. So we understood how to measure the value of U and V now. Okay, ma? Now let us move to the next rule. The distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as positive. The distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as negative. I will draw the graph once again here, children. See the graph and imagine a lens to be here. I just draw simply. My hand drawing is not good. Now this is the position of the object. So as I told you, object is always to the left side. So this is the negative distance. This is negative. What is the direction of incident light? Direction of incident is from left to right. Now real images are formed on the right. Suppose imagine the image to be in this position. Now here it will be A dash, B dash. Now this direction, how do you measure this distance? This distance is measured along the direction of incident light. So this will be positive or negative, the distance, that is image distance. Image distance as far as this position concerned is positive. Clear? Are able to understand? And what about the height? Now here these two rules, that is this rule and this rule, the distance measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis. Now what is the height of this image? Now this is H. H represents the height. Now this is H dash. H dash represents height of the object. Height of the image is perpendicular to the principal axis. What is this line called as? This line is called as principal axis. Any value which is measured above the principal axis is taken as positive. Any value which is measured below the principal axis is taken as negative. Here H dash is negative. Why it is negative? This height is below the principal axis. So this height of the image is taken to be negative. Look at this sentence again. The distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as positive. The distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as negative. Are you able to understand? Yes, so these are some of the Cartesian conventions. The first is object is always placed on the left side of the lens. All the distances are measured from the optical center of the lens. The distances measured in the same direction as that of the incident light are taken as positive. The distances measured against the direction of incident light are taken as negative. The distances measured upward, this is principal, okay. The distances measured upward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as positive, and the distances measured downward and perpendicular to the principal axis is taken as negative. So all these 6 rules you have to be very, very, very thorough. Only then you will be able to solve the problem. Okay, let me explain this with one example, children. Let us consider the image formation of a convex lens. This is a convex lens. This is the principal axis. Now this is F1, this is 2F1, and this is F2, and this is 2F2, right? Now I consider the object to be at 2F1. So A and B. Hope you remember the image formation. Now if the object is at 2F1, I take one ray which is parallel to the principal axis. After passing through the lens, it passes through the focus. Okay, and again a ray of light passing through the optical center will not undergo any deviation. It goes like this. So 2 rays I have taken. Now at this position the 2 rays meet. So this is the position where the image is formed. Now the image formed is real and inverted image, correct? Okay, so when the object is at 2F1, the image is formed at 2F2. Okay, now look at the values I'm going to measure. Now I need to measure the distance of u. So what is the distance of u, which is the image distance, which is negative. Okay, now what is the distance of the object? Now this is the optical center O. What is the distance of the image? The distance of the image is to the right side. So this is V. Now this value is positive. Clear? Object distance is negative, image distance is positive. Okay, next we measure the height. Height here is h. H is the height of the object. Now height of the object is measured above the principal axis, so this is positive. Okay, and what about this height? Now this is the height h dash. H dash is height of the height of what? Height of the image. Height of the image, I measure this height below the principal axis. Now this is the principal axis, right? This is the principal axis. So anything which is measured below the principal axis, this h dash will be negative. This is with respect to one diagram. You have to measure u, v, h dash, h according to this, like this, using this Cartesian conventions. Do it for the other image formation. I explained you for one image. Take the image formation of convex and concave lenses. Find out what is u, what is v, what is h, and what is h dash. What is u? I said, I already said you here. U is object distance, v is image distance, and I will write h dash. H dash is height of the image. And what is h? H is height of the object. So you take the other ray diagrams and measure what is u, what is v, what is h, what is h dash according to this Cartesian sign convention. Okay, so this is a very, very important topic. You have to learn this today. Image formation and Cartesian convention are considered to be very, very important. I have tabularized, there is a tabular column here. Now what is, how the distance of the u is what? What is u? I said u is object distance. What is v? Object distance. V is image distance. So what is object distance for convex lens? Object is always to the left side, so u value will be negative. Now here it is v value. Convex lens forms real as well as virtual image. So image distance, whenever you measure real images, it is measured as positive. Whenever you measure virtual image, it is measured as negative. Similarly, focal length. Focal length for convex lens is always positive. There is no virtual focus, so it is always positive. Height of the image. Height of the image, if the image is going to be real image, height will be negative. If there is only one case, you have virtual image. So in that case, height of the image will be positive. Next, height of the object. Height of the object is always positive because we keep the object only above the principal axis. So height of the object is positive. Now this is with respect to concave lens. I want you to learn this tabular column very clearly. Take each and every ray diagram. Write what is U, what is V, how do you measure focal length, how do you measure H dash, how do you measure H. Now here it is H dash, I said, here they have given as H high. H high is height of the object, sorry, height of the image. HO is height of the object. So Cartesian convention plays a very important role to solve the problem. Now with this we are moving on to lens and lens maker formula. Now you just know what is the formula about. Now this is the lens formula. Lens formula, it is a formula which relates image distance, object distance and focal length. Look at the explanation. A lens formula may be defined as the formula which gives a relationship between the distance of image. Distance of image is V. Then distance of object, which is U, and the focal length of the lens, which is represented as F. So what is lens formula? Lens formula is 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. So what is V, what is U, and they have given V is the distance of the image from optical center, U is the distance of the object from optical center, and F is focal length. Now the lens formula is applicable for both convex and concave lenses, right? And this is lens maker's formula. Now this lens maker's formula is, okay, those who make lens. Now those who are making lens, they need to know about the refractive index. I was talking about refractive index in the topic refraction. In refraction, each lens has got a refractive index. So the persons who make lens, they should know the refractive index and the radii of curvature. Now R1, R2 is, suppose if this is going to be a convex lens, radius. Now this is F1, I said this is 2F1. Now what is this? This is the radius of curvature. As far as convex lens is concerned, you have, now this is F2 and this is 2F2, right? So if this is going to be R1, this will be R2, correct? So radius of curvature singular. When I say radii of curvature, we talk about lens which has got two radii of curvature. So those who make lens, they should know the value of this, they should have the knowledge of radii of curvature of the lens. So to know all these things and the refractive index, we go for this lens maker formula, which relates refractive index, which relates radii of curvature, which is given by 1 by F is equal to n minus 1. It may be n minus 1 or mu minus. In your textbook, they have given us mu. Refractive index is represented as mu in your textbook. So it is mu minus 1 into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So this is about lens and lens maker's formula. Now you remember just this formula alone. We will be using this formula to solve problems. Okay, so as far as your thing is concerned, in higher classes you will be deriving how this formula, you will be deriving this formula. But since you are in 10th standard, it is sufficient that you should know the formula alone. So these two formulas, I want you to thorough. Lens, this is lens formula and this is lens maker's formula, which relates U, V, F, R1, R2, all those things. Okay. And this is about magnification. Now lens formula I have already discussed. Now magnification formula. Magnification is nothing but M. It is represented as M, which is equal to height of the image by height of the object, H dash by H. Magnification represents the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. Now this is also equal to the ratio of the object distance by ratio of, not object distance, image distance by the object distance. Now this is also the formula for magnification which is mentioned here. Now height of the image, height of the object is represented as h dash by h, or hi by ho, it is also correct. So you have two formulas for magnification. One is ratio of height of the image by the height of an object, or it is also the ratio of the image distance and the object distance. Okay, and if the magnification is going to be greater than 1, okay, then we get an, how the image will be, you will be getting an enlarged image if the value of magnification is to be greater than 1. If the magnification is going to be lesser than 1, you will have a diminished image. All these are very, very important formulas to solve the problem. All these formulas are used only to discuss the problems. Okay, next we'll move on to the final formula, which is nothing but power of the lens. How do you measure the power of lens? When you go to a optical shop, suppose if you are advised to wear a spectacle, they will ask you for the power. What is the power you have? With your friends also you can ask, oh kannla power enada? What is the power, you will ask. So power is nothing but it is the reciprocal of its focal length. Like how it is it is actually, when you define power, it is nothing but the degree of convergence or divergence of light. It is nothing but, you call it as power, which is given by the formula P is equal to 1 by F. So power is, this is the formula, it is nothing but the reciprocal of its focal length, and the SI unit of power is diopter. So how do you measure power? As it is the unit, it is by the unit called diopter. So what is 1 diopter? 1 diopter is the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. When the focal length value takes 1 meter, then the power is said to be 1 diopter. You have to remember this. Power is nothing but the reciprocal of focal length of the lens is nothing but, you measure it as power, and the unit of power is diopter. So I can write 1 diopter equal to 1 per meter. Now this is 1 by m because focal length is in the denominator, but when I write the unit, 1d is equal to 1 per meter. Okay, so power is nothing but the degree of convergence or divergence of light rays. Okay, this is nothing but power. Okay, so what is the ability of the lens when light ray is incident on a lens? What is the ability of the lens to converge it or to diverge it? Now convex lens converges the light, concave lens diverges the light. So it is the ability of the lens to make the light converge in it or diverge in it, that is measured as power. Okay, and here power of a convex lens, power of a convex lens is always positive, and when you measure the power of a concave lens, it is negative. Are you able to understand? This point is very, very important. I will explain you this when I solve the problems, because focal length as far as convex lens is concerned, focal length is always positive because convex lens forms real and inverted images. So you measure the focal length in positive. So power of the convex lens will be positive because here you will substitute positive value. Whereas in the case of concave lens, the power is, the focal length is measured in negative. So you have the power of the concave lens to be measured as negative. Okay, so this video we discussed about the Cartesian conventions, and we discussed the lens formula and lens makers formula. Then we discussed about what is power of a lens. These are all very, 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 very important formulas. And also of course magnification we were discussing. Magnification is nothing but comparison of height of the object and height of the image, comparison of object distance, image distance. All these formulas you should remember very well, children. Okay, Please see to that you remember all these formulas starting from image formation. Image formation, what are the rules, ray diagrams, then this one, Cartesian conventions, what is object distance, what is image distance, what is magnification, lens formula, lens maker's formula. So many things are there for you to read. So please keep on reading all these topics so that you will be able to solve the problems very easily after I finish this lesson. Okay? And in your textbook, after all these things, they have given the differences between convex lens and concave lens, which is also a very important question. So that is in page number 23 in your textbook. I want you to learn that also, children. What is the difference between convex lens and concave lens? Okay, so go through whatever we have discussed so far and please keep reading. Okay, see you tomorrow, children.